I think one of my favorite books is Richer, Wiser, Happier. And this book, just to even highlight what we're talking about now, this book is all about just going to some of the top, investment managers, sages of Wall Street, and he sits down with them, and chapter by chapter, he basically like goes into how they think. And I thought what was most interesting in that book was the best of the best. They don't situate themselves all day in financial, books and, finance this and finance that. The best of the best on Wall Street actually have, things that they're doing on a day-to-day basis. They have interests, um, art collecting. They go on, vacations and they take time off because this all gives them the ability to become more well-rounded individuals. All of them, by the way, read ridiculous amounts of books. So you also factor that in. But Richer, Wiser, Happier. And what you come to find, at least what I came to find at the end of that book, was it's not all about money. If you make investing all about money, you will not see the wealth that you want. It's about falling in love with the process. It's about being a human. And I think it's really easy to, especially these days, it's all about keeping up with the Joneses. And you might see a guy like me, and if you talk to me next week, I'm in Vegas. If you talk to me a week after that, I'm going to be in Hawaii. And if you talk to me a week after that, very well might be in South America. And so you might see me and be like, "Wow, I want that life." Do you? Like, do you really? And do you really want to keep up to speed with me? Because I'm me and you're you. And so just keep up with yourself. This competition that like you're keeping up with the Joneses needs to end. It's killing you and it's killing your wallet. Get to know who you are as an individual. It's another thing that I really learned in the past decade. You really want to be wealthy. I live by this notion of living like a billionaire. And that means a couple of things. That means one, a billionaire wouldn't be afraid to lose $100, $1,000. At this point where I am, 10,000, right? They might invest that money and they might lose it, knowing that you're not going to swing and bat 100% of the time. But they're going to take the opportunity to risk and put that out there. They're going to do their due diligence. But again, you're not going to win everything. It's just not how this game works. So don't be afraid to take those risks. The other billionaire mindset that I have is billionaires really focus in on what they freaking love. Like Mark Cuban is such a great example of this. Guy loves basketball. Now he owns a basketball team, right? The guy gets an idea. You see his passion come out. And so live like a billionaire already. Like this is also about manifestation a bit here. You start living like a billionaire. I love to travel. So I get the nice hotel. I like in the morning to go down to breakfast, and I like a gourmet breakfast. I like the whole thing. But that means that when I'm home, like I don't spend anything. So I spend where I absolutely love. I invest everything else. And so I think you also have to understand the mindset as well. It's not just about the money. It's about figuring out who you are and then living accordingly and doubling down on that. Because the faster you get to these financial freedom points, I'm at Coast Fire right now. That's incredible. It feels amazing because if I don't touch my portfolio by retirement, it will be over 11 million. That's fantastic, And so that leaves me in this position now to enjoy a little bit more. But I did the heavy lifting already. And so I'm just saying, like, don't keep up with the Joneses. You don't need the Rolex right now. You don't need any crazy cars or anything like that right now. What you need is to become financially literate. You need to understand who you are. You need to fall in love with what you're doing. God forbid, someone gets diagnosed with cancer or something like that. And this happened to my brother-in-law at 31 years old. He got diagnosed with brain cancer.
Wow.
So anything can happen. I'm bringing that up because anything can freaking happen. Don't concern yourself so much with Joe Schmo down the street or your best friend. Concern yourself with you. Live today. Focus on what you can control. If you don't like your job, then change it. But get money, put it in the portfolio, compound that, reach your Coast Fire, then reach your fire. but that's going to take you hitting that 7-figure club. Like that's just going to have to happen. And if you're going to go dividend investing to come back full circle,
Hey, you made it to the end of the clip. That means you're probably enjoying this. And if so, just know that you can catch us live every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to see the full version of this episode, you can click the link in the description down below. Otherwise, YouTube thinks that you will enjoy this next.